Obsession, the movie that made everyone think back to the baddie that they fumbled. Hi, I'm Sophie, and I review movies based on message over technical merit. I did not like this movie. I thought this movie was very technically good, especially considering its $750,000 budget and 26-year-old writer-director, but I had a lot of problems with the script. Let's start with the inciting incident, the wish. Bear wishes for Nikki to love him more than anyone. Yet throughout this film, love ranges from true obsession, like when she forgets to use the bathroom just because Bear is at work, to jealousy, like when she pushes Sarah out of the way at the party or goes into a rage when Bear suggests a boys-only night. The whole thing reminded me of the word hysteria, coming from the Greek word hystera or uterus, a diagnosis in the 19th and 20th centuries for any woman who had a mental illness, essentially a way of saying your uterus must be making you crazy. The script's conflation of love, obsession, and jealousy makes it appear as though Nikki is also conflating love and jealousy, as though she's overreacting to Bear's wish to be loved. I've seen people argue that all of Nikki's actions are because she has to love Bear more than anyone else in the world, including herself. And I can accept that as why she pisses herself, or even why she, spoiler alert, kills Sarah. But it still doesn't explain her jealousy towards men, her reluctance to be alone, and her general outbursts. By the way, the Reddit thread where I saw these people arguing ultimately leads to some pretty bad places. The film then tries to explain the jealousy in a few different ways, one being a small reference to codependency, although in order to be codependent, both parties have to be contributing to the dependency, and about halfway through the film, it makes it very clear that real Nikki can see what's happening and she's not okay with it. This isn't codependency because real Nikki is being assaulted by Bear. The film then makes more of Nikki's outbursts related to real Nikki trying to break out of the spell and herself so that she doesn't have to be in the relationship anymore. For one thing, that still doesn't really explain the jealousy, and for another thing, I don't think we need more movies where we see women go crazy because they've been assaulted. I don't need another promising young woman where we see a woman fail to use violence against her oppressors. And I'm not saying that women don't have these intense emotions as a result of sexual assault in real life, or that they never do anything out of the ordinary as a result of those emotions, but having experience with it myself and knowing loads of other women who do as well, the overwhelming reaction is internalized grief and shame. Women have been battling claims of hysterics for hundreds of years, and I don't need another movie to show me these hysterics on the big screen, especially if it's going to do a half-hearted job of explaining the trauma/spell that's making her act that way. In other words, everyone says bitches be crazy, but no one wants to explain how bitches came to be crazy. I give it 2 out of 5 cat sandwiches. Let me know what you thought of Obsession in the comments below.